All right, our next question. Is it true that 2 federal health plans must be offered on exchange? And if so, do they have to be subject to local state mandates?
It is true that 2 plans must be offered in each exchange. It can be more, it can be less, but it is not true that 2 federal plans have to be offered in exchange. And what it seems like the default plan will be in most of these states is the largest small group health plan that is subject to those federal mandates. But in theory, yeah, there could be the option that one of the federal employee health plans is offered within the exchange. It may have less state benefit mandates in a high benefit mandate state. It may have more mandates in a low benefit mandate state. But that's within the kind of exchanges. But every individual and small group plan has to comply with an essential health benefits package. So even if a federal employee plan doesn't satisfy that, they'll have to be supplemented with other plans, other benefits from other plans.
All right, and we're going to take about 5 more minutes to answer questions. I'm trying to get to as many of them as we can here before we wrap things up. Our next question, in regards to the enrollment periods and the law's effect on that, are employees that refuse insurance during open enrollment allowed to then enroll at any time during the year? Do they have to incur a life event? What type of changes are going to be made to enrollment periods?
That's an excellent question. Enrollment periods probably won't change. The enrollment period for the individual exchange will kind of be a little bit more open, but it shouldn't really impact the employer open enrollment periods much more beyond what currently occur. So there will be perhaps an ongoing open enrollment, let's call it the mother of all open enrollment for the individual exchange, but it shouldn't really impact the outside of a small employer that much. There is a 30-day, a 90-day maximum waiting period for employer plans, especially for group plans. So, but that only impacts new employees. Mm-hmm.
Another question is, how can we verify that an employee has health insurance coverage if they choose to buy it on the individual exchange?
Good question.
That's actually the exchange's responsibility, and not the employee. The exchange will notify you if that employee has not gotten coverage.
Or if they have.
Yeah, or if they have. It's the exchange's responsibility to maintain that and to notify employers. You may have to notify the exchange that here is who I am offering to and here is who has turned it down. But it's the exchange's responsibility to take on all that administrative and coordination.
And what there are an awful lot of logistical details that are going to be very hard for the exchanges and the government to manage. One of them is not all insurance will be sold on exchanges. There will still be outside markets where you can get it. So how will the exchange know